In the so-called West, they have gone to great lengths to disconnect themselves from what they eat. So if it's beef one is eating, it has nothing to do with a cow. When one is eating pork, it's nothing to do with a pig. When one is eating mutton, it's nothing to do with sheep, and so on and so forth. There is not much wanting to know how that stuff got to their table either. It's uncivilized to even mention the violence involved. Just close your senses, mind, heart, and chew. Talk about head in the sand, in a wonky witch's tale. Funny how the very same people talk about love, freedom, and justice. The beat consciousness based on unnecessary violence towards animals, which is prevalent on this planet, makes it impossible for there to be any real positive change. Most cannot even fathom that violence amongst people cannot be stopped unless violence towards fellow creatures is stopped. As long as there are cages for chickens and cows, there will be cages for Homo erectus too. The way they cut them down, the same way they will be cut down too. So PT is so prescient and so clear. It's very impressive, the amount he can see and the clarity with which he can state it also. I mean, it's pretty amazing that, people who get upset about humans being kept in cages and jails have no problem bragging about all the different ways that they can cook and eat beings who are much more sweet, innocent, and helpless than anyone that they are obsessed about. Obviously, there's no reason to expect better from a muggle, and I'm not that delusional. But, when it hits you that these same people feel comfortable calling you out for pretty much anything, your brain, my brain doesn't cope very well with stuff like that. I mean, I pretty much very regularly just deal with a quantum level of absurdity. My entire life I've just dealt with these huge quantities of absurdity that it's very hard to not start going mad if you think about it too much. But that said, I mean, I just don't want to feel like I'm supporting that kind of violence or giving the okay to it in any way. And I'm still fine with communicating with those people. I just don't want to see all the details of the bloodshed that was all I was, like, that's all that is, like, very imperative to avoid. So, yes, it's just amazing how PT is from, like, a realm that's, like, so far beyond hell, and everyone else, just by having no sense of shame or reality, is on the fast track to hell. And it's so great that he provides these blogs so that people can stay oriented.